instead of regulation. We cannot regulate our way out of climate change, but we can innovate our way out of it. American ingenuity and entrepreneurship can be effective and as they are unleashed and not held back by red tape. Our climate movement wants to pursue bottom-up, local solutions rather than relying on top-down silver bullets. Because at the end of the day, Florida knows how to take care of Florida better than some bureaucrat across the country who's never even visited this state. Because you guys know how to take care of your backyard better than anybody else. Our climate movement knows conservation, and we root our decisions in balancing our beautiful natural heritage with our economies and our local economies. The environment in South Florida isn't just a landscape, it is your heritage, and it's part of your economy. Policy decisions should reflect that every single time. Our climate movement also knows capitalism and freedom. We know that if people are equipped with resources in a competitive market to improve their environment, that they will take that action and improve it and yield the best results every time. Socialist and communist countries, like Cuba and Venezuela, have a proven record of destroying their environment at the expense of its citizens. On the flip side, the most climate-friendly countries in this globe are the most economically free as well. And finally, our climate movement knows that you cannot fight climate change without American ingenuity and American leadership. American climate solutions should be designed here in the United States. They should be manufactured here in the United States. And we cannot allow communist China to continue its environmental crimes, nor allow them to lead the world in climate technology.
Yeah.
Our climate movement, the one gathered here in Miami today, will build a brighter future for generations to come and increase prosperity here and around the globe. But this isn't just an idea. This is not just an idea. There's already proof that this climate movement works because there's a long line of conservative leadership in this state, and it has been continued by those who are here today. Florida Republicans kicked off the congressional push for bipartisan, right-of-center climate solutions. That work started with local elected officials here like Carlos Curbelo and Ileana Ros-Lehtinen a few years ago. Today, Representatives Maria Salazar and Carlos Jimenez are already carrying on that legacy within their first few months in Congress. Florida Republicans in the state capitol have passed massive investments in coastal resiliency, Everglades restoration, and water quality efforts. Representative Demi Bustamante-Guerrera, Senator Ileana Garcia, Senator Ana Maria Rodriguez, they made it happen this year by passing bipartisan climate legislation. And Florida Republican mayors, like Vince Lago and Mayor Francis Suarez, have pushed their cities to the top of this conversation. Miami's own Francis Suarez has been the leading voice in this country as a mayor on climate change because he doesn't just talk about it, he does something about it, and he's making Miami a better place to live at the same time. Oh, and have you heard of a guy named Ron DeSantis?
Yes.
Ron DeSantis is a proud supporter of pro-environmental policies and pro-climate policies, and he's made more strides for this state's environmental efforts than any other governor in the country. We don't hear about it in the media, but Everglades restoration, water quality improvements, sea level rise adaptation, and coastal resiliency efforts have been at the forefront of what he has done for this state. And he's already cemented his pro-environmental legacy, and he's just getting started. So we know that the conservative approach works. We know that it works for our climate, and our movement is just beginning. This crowd here today, the people, the supporters of our movement in over 200 communities, that's just beginning. But the conservative leaders in this state and in this area need your voice. They need to hear that you care. They need to know that you want them to take action, and they need to hear from you often And I, along with everyone at ACC, can help make that happen. We have a free membership program with QR codes across the venue, and we hope that you'll sign up because they need to hear your voice more than ever. But I won't stand up here and say that we only have 12 years before climate change ruins our planet. However, we don't have forever either. We need thoughtful progress on this issue, not a crisis mentality. And that thoughtful progress will come from conservative leadership, and your voice is needed to make that happen. The conservative movement needs your voice. Future generations need your voice. Our country needs your voice, and our environment needs your voice. Our planet needs your voice, and it is our time. So let's start here. Let's start at Bayfront Park and solve climate change together the conservative way. We've already made waves in Florida, and I know that we can carry this momentum across all 50 states. They'll say that climate advocates, conservative climate advocates like you and I, are the future of the conservative movement. And to them I say this, we're not the future, we're the right now.
Yeah.
Thank you, Miami, for making history with us tonight. I'm so excited for the rest of this program. I will talk to you in a little bit, and thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Carlos Curbelo. Carlos Curbelo kick-started the conservative climate movement during his time in Congress. A Republican, he represented
Bueno, quiero decirle a ustedes lo que está pasando aquí un poquito, a explicarle. Me voy a echar para acá. Ok. Nos encontramos aquí en el primer rally. Este es el primer rally, el primer evento de lo importante que es tomar este issue, este gran problema que estamos pasando en el mundo entero con respecto al cambio climático, pero tomarlo desde una posición conservadora, una posición sabiendo exactamente lo que tenemos que hacer para ayudar a nuestro planeta, y eso es sumamente importante, lo sabemos todos. Los demócratas y la izquierda de los Estados Unidos ha usado este tema políticamente para decir que nosotros los republicanos, los conservadores, no estamos de acuerdo con el cambio, ayudar a nuestro planeta. Y esto es completamente erróneo. Sabemos que desde el primer momento en que Joe Biden tomó precisamente las riendas de esta nación, lo primero que hizo fue cortar todo lo que tiene que ver con el pipeline que venía desde Canadá y que se estaba haciendo. Eso trajo consigo que nosotros tuviéramos más dependencia del petróleo también hacia otros países. Eso es uno de los puntos en los cuales nosotros estamos en desacuerdo. Realmente sabemos que hay un problema de cambio climático en la Tierra. Nosotros tenemos que apoyar, cada uno de nosotros tiene una gran misión en esta Tierra, sobre todas las cosas de salvar nuestro planeta porque es uno solo, pero hacerlo correctamente. Estamos apostando por las grandes tecnologías también que puedan ayudar sobre todas las cosas a los Estados Unidos. Y ese es el punto en el cual nosotros nos movemos como conservadores, como republicanos, y eso es lo que estamos celebrando hoy, el primer rally, el primer evento, donde muchos se han venido a dar su opinión, compartir con nosotros, y eso creo que es sumamente importante, para que la media no use esto como un juego de un lado o de otro, para que los demócratas o los de la izquierda de los Estados Unidos no sigan diciendo que nosotros los republicanos no queremos a nuestro planeta.
Well, the left talks about how we're going to limit people, how we're going to restrict people. Conservatives and the right talk about how we're going to empower